is Maria Assumpcio Rojo. I'm Director of Trade and International Relations in Hydrogen Europe. As member of the industry advisory of the MedGem, we're very happy to support the MedGem project because the Mediterranean area is a priority area for Europe from an hydrogen perspective. Indeed, in order to allow Europe to meet its decarbonization objectives, to diversify also and secure its energy, we will need imports from third countries. And the Mediterranean area is very well situated. It's a priority partner for Europe because of its location, because of its historical ties, and also because of the natural assets that make it so relevant for us. To this end, cooperation between Europe and the Mediterranean countries are of extreme importance at institutional level and also at industry level. And the MedGem brings this all together, institutions and industry. This is why we are so happy to be part of this very process. Concerning the approach that we think that this cooperation should give priority to, I think that there are two aspects that are extremely relevant. First of all, I think that Hydrogen Europe, we think that hydrogen should focus on local development first, and then excess of hydrogen should be exported. I think that this is extremely important to make it also acceptable, accessible to local populations. It's about creating local value, and local value can be created in many different ways. For instance, developing ammonia for fertilizers, decarbonizing local industries, creating new decarbonized also industries in the steel sector, in cement that are using hydrogen, also decarbonization of transportation and access to energy that is also decarbonized thanks to hydrogen. So the possibilities are very wide, and we're very happy to see that most of hydrogen strategies that southern Mediterranean countries are adopting are going necessarily in this direction. However, we're seeing that final investment decisions are not there yet. Projects are taking a lot of time to be delivered. And MedGem can have really an important role in accelerating this process because it allows for cooperation in settling the needed regulatory frameworks for decarbonization. It also allows to de-risk the needed investments, also putting into place the needed infrastructure so as to connect the production and the different demand centers. So there's a lot of things that need to be done yet. Well, the European Hydrogen Bank is a very important instrument that has been launched last year in order to promote the production of hydrogen, but first of all, in Europe. This is a little bit the sparkling element. We really hope that in the future it will also be a driver for the demand of hydrogen in Europe, thereby giving a positive sign to partner countries in the south of the Mediterranean that they really can launch production, develop their own needs, and also export into the European Union. Hydrogen Europe is working to connect these dots, but at the very moment, the Hydrogen Bank is still very much focusing on the European market. Europe is also in a very challenging moment where we need to take final investment decisions online, and this is all across the value chain. We realize that we need to address production, we need to address infrastructure, and we need to address also the different end users at the same time. And we need also to address, for this to be feasible, the premium of producing and using green hydrogen, clean hydrogen, against its fossil equivalents. So this is what we are trying to tackle for and foremost at European level, and this is the type of example also that can be followed in third countries. So from Hydrogen Europe perspective, we're always happy to exchange with EU trading partners about the process that we are following so that they can learn from it and that we can also accelerate trade in the future. Hydrogen Europe is extremely helpful when it comes to accelerating the dialogue between the European Union and its EU partner countries. We can facilitate the discussion between the institutions. We can facilitate also the discussion with industry, and to identify thereby what are the bottlenecks in order to make sure that all this is reflected then in more concrete cooperation. So this is the role that we can undertake, and we're very happy also to welcome as Hydrogen Europe global partners coming from the international community, so as to explain them a little bit better what are the European Union constraints, what are the European Union opportunities in terms of financing also that they can benefit from. And there's something else that I would like to underline here, is the great opportunity that we give to all the international hydrogen community in the context of our European Hydrogen Week, where we're bringing together all the stakeholders in order to take stock of the situation, to identify what are the next steps, and of course, hoping that there will be more cooperation developed on this basis. So I would call everybody to join us for the European Hydrogen Week between the 18th and the 22nd of September this year. Hydrogen Europe is an association that brings together companies of all sizes. We have also 30 European regions and 30 national associations. So in order to join Hydrogen Europe, there are membership fees, and the membership fees depend very much on the size also of the partner. So the price should not be a deterrent for joining an association like ours and benefiting from all the information, all the knowledge that our services are providing, and also the networking opportunities that are also a very important business layer. At the moment where the European Union has well progressed in defining its framework and its the demand side for hydrogen, and where EU partner countries are also quite advanced in their hydrogen strategies and incentive frameworks, we are now reaching another stage where we need to sit to discuss concretely about how to make this cooperation concrete, and to make possible also all these projects that the stakeholders are working on. So hopefully all these will result also in more specific projects in the coming months, and Hydrogen Europe, of course, is there to support this move, our member companies, but also companies from the EU partner countries.